Hello everybody, this is Matthew Chipetta, pastor for GodView World Outreach. Today I want to talk to you about friendship. In my opinion, Jesus is the best friend that you can ever ask for, and here's why. We already know he was willing to lay down his life for his friends and for all of us. But if we look at John 11, we see the story of Lazarus. Now everybody knows the story of Lazarus. He found out his friend was sick, he waited a couple of days, and he went and visited his friend and told him he's not dead, he's merely sleeping, and then he raises him up, and that's that story. Now, what is not talked about in the story is how much danger and how much risk that Jesus took in order to perform one of the greatest miracles in the New Testament that showed that Jesus could defeat death right here on earth long before his burial and resurrection. Now, Jesus loved Lazarus, and he was probably closer to Jesus than a brother. But Lazarus was living in Judea, a city that had already tried to stone him to death previously. And most likely Jesus knew that if he went back to that city, the chances of him getting arrested and killed would be even higher. Nevertheless, he went and helped his friend, and he was willing to brave the dangers. He took a chance on his life. The disciples even attempted to plead with him and tell him not to go. Isn't this the city that tried to kill you? But he was filled with divine purpose, and he was not to be moved. How many friends do you have that are like that? How many of them will actually stop and help you out when you're at your worst? Too often in life we're searching for friends and friends and friends and more friends, taking for granted the friends that we already have right in front of us. If you look at people's Facebook profiles, they have easily over 100 friends. How many of those friends are going to knowingly give up their life for you? Now, Proverbs tells us in Proverbs 18:24 that a man with many friends can still be ruined, but there is one friend that is a true friend that sticks closer to you than a brother. And we also know, according to Proverbs 17:17, that a friend loves at all times, but a brother is born for adversity. Now, I personally choose Jesus to be that best friend that is closer to me than a brother, and possibly maybe one other person. Anyways, for Jesus already demonstrated that he was willing to lay down his life for his friend Lazarus and risk a public humiliation and early death just to help him. And later on, he dies for all of us so that we can be forgiven and then redeemed. That, my friends, is a true friend. In our daily lives, I challenge you not to take the person that is special to you for granted. You don't really know what that person is risking or sacrificing by being your true friend. They might have had to give up a lot of selfish things just to be there for you. Don't spend another minute without calling that friend and telling them how much you appreciate their sacrifice. And then get in some good quality time with Jesus and become that friend for him, willing to be filled with divine purpose and be willing to sacrifice your wants for his needs.